What's good, everyone? My name is Lucas, or Chroo, and I'm the narrator to Chrooman's life. A little dramatic and kind of breaks kayfabe, but it is what it is. Now, if this is the first time you're seeing my face, then you might have a reaction like, "No, he's white!" Okay, I only say that because one time I got that exact message from a Twitch chatter. Anyways, I'm here to talk about why Chrooman's chase for Ten Hag has ended. Why am I stopping this series at 4 videos? Well, I did write after the first one in the YouTube comments that if it gets enough support, I'll make at least 3 more. First of all, I just want to say thanks for watching the videos in the first place. There's been a lot of kind comments and people really enjoying this series, which I do appreciate. I tried some new things with this series, tried to improve my writing as well, added the SmackDown vs. Raw 2011 cutscenes from the number 9 series into this one, and I don't know, I thought the videos were pretty good. So why am I stopping this series at 4 videos? It's pretty simple. It just isn't sustainable. Let me rephrase that. The views are good if I wasn't uploading once a week. If the videos were coming out, every couple of days, boom. I mean, not boom, but it'd be all right. But since I'm releasing them weekly, it's just not enough to live off of, which I've been trying to do. Now, it doesn't help that I didn't upload for a month and then the video I uploaded wasn't one that a lot of people were that interested in. But that's my fault. But I was burnt out. The amount of views isn't solely the reason. I tried to redo this part multiple times. I just can't get the right things out. I'm just gonna say it as quickly as I can. Despite the length of the FM seasonal videos, they still take over 40 plus hours to make, which might sound crazy, but I do play most games. I don't holiday that often, if not at all in some seasons. I do that because personally, I think I can write a better script if I experience the emotions of a save, which might sound dumb. And maybe a general viewer just doesn't care about that and just wants a video, boom, boom, boom. Just give me video, boom, 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 which is understandable. More of a me thing, and I wouldn't recommend someone to make videos like I do. Whenever someone asks me my process of making a video, they go like, "I'm not doing that." Playing an FM season is like 15-20 hours. Writing a script just takes longer and longer because I'm more critical about my writing now. And after you record that and edit down the audio, let's say there's 10 minutes of audio, that will roughly take 10-ish hours, if not more. And yeah, a lot of my videos are more than 10 minutes long. Now, this isn't the case for videos like FIFA on the Wii. Those are done completely different. So that's why I kind of want to change how I do videos and the contents of the videos as well. Making seasonal videos week by week by week was sustainable at first when I began doing FM videos, but long-term wise, it wasn't. Views can be inconsistent. Right now, they're inconsistent. There hasn't been a new game for over 18 months or something like that. And I have been very inconsistent with uploading, especially in the last 8 months or something like that, which I think I've already said from past self. Eventually, though, views became inconsistent, mostly due to me and my burnout. Also, lack of a new game probably makes the videos lack spark. I've tried to change things up. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It is what it is. However, over the last 3 years, I've changed as a person and as a creator, and so I also have to change the things I make. Now, that doesn't mean I'm going to stop making FM videos. I'm currently working on one right now while I'm streaming it on Twitch. Am I going to really plug that? If I have a story to tell, I'm also going to want to tell it. Another thing though, I get asked a lot about doing certain types of saves, especially the Capital City Challenge, no one cares about that. Especially the Pentagon Challenge. In all honesty, a lot of people have done it, and I don't think I have anything to add. Now, if this makes you unhappy, I understand, 100%. Look, I've just had a lot I've wanted to get off my chest for a long time, and here I am. And I don't really do a lot of videos like this, or I talk to you guys directly, so I think it's probably fair for me to give you guys some reasoning on why the channel's been like it is. I do also want to make different type of content, although this channel, don't worry, I'll probably just keep it football centric, but I do want to make other type of videos whenever I have the passion for it. So I do have a second channel, which I'm not even subscribed to myself. Fair enough, I've not made a video on this channel. But yeah, I've made a second channel. I think I want to upload like manga videos, I'll be honest. I'm really into that and want to get more into it as well. If that interests you, you can subscribe here. Lucas Chroo. The Chroo VOD channel though. What happens to this channel? I'm probably gonna multi-stream in the future on my YouTube channel and Twitch channel so that the VODs end up on the YouTube channel so that I don't have to do all this management myself. Eventually we'll do multi-streams. Eventually, I have to build a PC. However, before you go, I did record more seasons with Ronald Chrooman. So past self is going to explain the failures of Ronald Chrooman chasing Ten Hag to international management and some failures with Eindhoven as well. Spoilers for the latest video, Ten Hag became USA manager, and in turn, Ronald Chrooman want to manage a club in North America. Let me show you the save file from the end of part 4. In 2029 of the save, it was the Gold Cup. And Ten Hag won the Gold Cup. I'll show some of the highlights on screen right now, but he did win the Gold Cup, which meant Ronald Koeman's chase to Ten Hag meant that he would have to win the Gold Cup himself, at least make the Nations League final. Actually, no, finish 3rd in the Nations League because Ten Hag finished 4th, and then do better than him at a World Cup or match him at the World Cup or something like that. But Ten Hag winning the Gold Cup, not ideal. However, because of this tournament, there were job openings, and that included Canada. As you can see, they're highlighted there because Chrooman did become Canada manager. And so Chrooman demanded the Canada post. There was some controversy though. FC Eindhoven's board thought I was going to leave them for Canada. I mean, you can do both in FM. Chrooman confirmed the Canada interest after the sacking of John Humphreys. Yeah, that's not ideal. That's not ideal at all. Alphonso Davies retired. But I did become Canada manager, or Chrooman became Canada manager, I mean. The problem though is that the team is not that good. There's a reason they didn't qualify in the Gold Cup. Jonathan David is getting older. Some of the key players of the team, like, Buchanan, Alistair Johnston, Ismail Kone, they're getting older in age. Estacio isn't even on the team. However, there were some good new-gen strikers. This Nagy guy from Bayern, as well as another Bayern guy named Sorrentino. However, he was committed to play for Italy and wasn't that interested in playing for Canada. Also, Canada didn't really have, the fullbacks just kind of sucked. They either weren't that good at defending or just weren't that good at all, or physically weren't that great. However, he took over the job and decided to buy some Canadian players for Go Ahead Eagles so that he could train. Eventually, some problems arose, and that problem is I cheated. Let me explain what happened. I played against Puerto Rico on the last match day. This was the table. We weren't in the top 2 spots in World Cup qualifying behind Panama. I can explain. Mexico beat us twice. What can I do? However, Panama, we beat them the first time, but in our second matchup, one of our players got a red card in the first half, and that led to a loss, which means they had a +2 goal difference, and we had a -2 goal difference. However, we played Puerto Rico in our last game, and they played Mexico. So in that game, we were winning, and then we were drawing. Then we were winning again, 2-1. We made it 3-1, but then Puerto Rico got a penalty. Yeah, they got a penalty, and they made it 3-2. At this point, you're still winning, but Mexico were not defeating Panama as much as I would have liked, which meant our goal difference was behind Panama. Have a +1 goal difference, we have a -1 goal difference, so we needed Mexico to score another, and we needed to score another to at least equal the goal difference. Now, obviously not ideal when your team has 4 XG while the opponents have 2 shots and 2 goals. Nevertheless, Chrooman went all out on attack, would get a 4th, which led the table to look like this. We had a 2-goal lead, Panama were losing by 2. That caused a goal difference of 0 for both sides. Now, in this table here, it put Canada in second, which I thought, okay, cool. We must be leading in other factors, like maybe goals scored or something like that. The scores stayed the same. 4-2 Canada, 2-0 Mexico. We're off to the World Cup. Hooray, hooray. Why did it have to be so difficult? How did we concede 2 goals on 2 shots? I really wasn't enjoying international management, I'll be honest. But we won, and that's what mattered. And we are in 3rd place. What? How? How did this happen? Tell me, FM. Why? Because equal goal difference, equal points. Not just that. News articles come out that say Canada must not miss out on the World Cup again. I'm like, wait, we missed out on the World Cup? What do you mean? It said we were second, like, before the game ended. Alistair Johnston ends his international career, rejects to return to the national team. I'm like, what is going on? What's happened? And I go look at the table. Panama qualifies to the World Cup. We don't, and we don't even get the playoff spot. That goes to Guatemala, who had 10 points. Incredible scenes to them. I mean, Jamaica finished above Ten Hag. Incredible. If I looked at the details more closely, us and Panama had the same goals for, same goals against. Everything was the same. I then decided to look at our head-to-head. Maybe that made the difference. We lost to Panama 3-1. We defeated Panama 3-1. So that was the same as well. So then I decided, let's look at the rule book. What is causing us to finish behind Panama? The league sorting rules are goal difference, goals scored, and results between teams. Nothing after that. So what happens when all of those are the same? Well, apparently, it's just to give Panama the World Cup spot. I did cheat because this is something I've never experienced in FM. Bull crappery like this. I don't know if FM just did a random coin flip or whatever, but bullshit. This was bullshit. I'm sorry. I couldn't take this bullshit. So what I did was just this. I just decided, let's just reload the file and then no, that's the wrong one. Let's just give ourselves a good ending. 3-0 win over Panama, 3-0 win over 3-0 win over 3-0 win over Puerto Rico, which meant that Canada qualified for the World Cup. Alistair Johnston did not retire. Alphonso Davies was willing to return, and before the World Cup, Sorrentino decided to join the national team as well. So we were looking good, but also I felt a little wrong for reloading. Not something I really wanted to do. And because of that, for the international side, it kind of tainted this for me. Although, it's not like we did anything at the World Cup. We narrowly lost to Brazil 2-1, lost to Denmark 3-0, but at the very least, there was Qatar at the last game. Surely, we win this game, maybe we qualify as a third place country. 1-1 heading into the final minutes, a corner kick for Qatar, and it is cleared away. Oh, penal? I didn't know FIFA was still under the Qatar money. What is this bullcrap again? Overall though, yeah, we were very bad. I tried the same tactic I did with Eindhoven. I guess we just don't have the personnel defensively and in the midfield to match that, because this was an embarrassing showing. Alphonso Davies retired again. Chrooman somehow wasn't fired. Worst of all, Ten Hag made the quarterfinals of the World Cup. After extra time, Sweden defeated them 2-1. At the very least, I didn't have to see Ten Hag finish top 4 in the world stage. But that would mean, with no Alphonso Davies, Jonathan David getting older, a below average midfield, and a back line that is not that good, would have to finish at least third place in the Nations League, win the Gold Cup, and make at the very least the quarterfinals of the World Cup. So the Nations League came up. We faced Costa Rica. We drew the first leg away from home 1-1. All good. We go back to my home city, Commonwealth Stadium. Not Chrooman's home city, but my home city. And we lose 3-1. Tried a tactic. It didn't work. It's not looking good for us. And I thought, okay, is there a video that I can make out of this? No. Probably not. Well, actually, you're watching it right now. Because realistically, I wanted to make one whole video about Chrooman's international career on chasing Ten Hag, but he was doing everything in his power to do the opposite of that. Now, I also thought, okay, maybe I can try to win the Eredivisie with Eindhoven. I can make a video that I can enjoy. However, the rival that wasn't supposed to be, Ajax.
Use Ajax, the foaming cleanser.
Decided, nah sir, you are not going to win this title. You are not going to win the Eredivisie. This was a save that I started when I was sick in November. I played a couple seasons and I thought, maybe one day I'll make a video out of it. I eventually did. However, there were cases where I did holiday games. Normally, I play most games. All the .fm series from the past, I played basically every game. There were seasons where I did holiday games when there was nothing to play for. I streamed most of them as well, except for the Schalke series and the first 2 series I did on YouTube. However, I did play those ones for the most part as well. I decided we're just focusing on international management. I'll let Memphis Depay, Chrooman's assistant manager, to take over for the rest of the season and do what he needs to do. Eindhoven finished 4th, while Ajax finished first place with 1 loss, and Eindhoven finished 6 points behind Ruud van Nistelrooy's PSV. Or PSV. After that, I'm like, screw this. I like this team. I bought some great players. I am playing season 6. So how did season 6 go? We were going toe-to-toe with Ajax throughout the season. We drew each other early on in the season. Annoyingly, we were minutes away from winning at the Johan Cruyff Arena. Just remembering this boils my blood. Corner kick, boom, 93rd minute. Bang the chair. Although, to be fair, we didn't really deserve to win that. But I gotta change things. I was winning every single game for months, even in the Europa League. Then we ran into some draws. We drew Groningen, we drew Feyenoord, although we did defeat Fortuna Sittard. So this was the table before our second fixture against Ajax in late December. Both of us were undefeated. We unfortunately had 5 draws already. They had 3. And did we win it? Adingra, who's still somehow at Ajax. I still don't know how that happened. And we see Bowen fall down. And then we see the game stop. And the referee runs to the VAR screen. And I begin to be real confused. And I'm just a narrator. Chrooman must have been puzzled. And the ref gives a penalty. A penalty for what? Tadeo gets the ball first. Bowen falls to the ground, grabs his knee. And apparently that's enough for a penalty. And now Bowen is miraculously okay. Steps up from the spot. Boom. 1-0 Ajax. However, we responded brilliantly. We win the ball up, and Talea scores. Very nice. 1-1. Lovely, lovely, lovely. I motivate my team in the second half. I say, guys, we can do this. We can defeat Ajax. We were playing pretty well, and then this happens. By the way, my starting goalkeeper was also injured for this game, but that's not what happened. That's not the reason why we lost this, because that happens. Own goal. As you can see up here, we score not just 1, but 2 disallowed goals. There was also a penalty. I don't know what happened, but VAR just like, no, it's not a penalty. Yeah, we ended up losing the game. Stats-wise, we were the better team. I was so angry. I was so mad. Before this game, we were 30 games undefeated. Chrooman was embarrassed, apparently, and he complained to the media. I wanted to complain about Bowen's penalty, but it gave me questions about the penalty not given to us. So I just had Chrooman complain about that, and Farioli, the Ajax manager, agreed with him. Farioli knows the truth. I even said VAR penalty decision controversy, just not the one that was actually controversial. Yeah, Chrooman warned by the FA. Worst news followed. The Egyptian god card of Amir Abdelrahim. Somehow, Fulham had 97 million of straight cash up front and bought him from us. And he decided, yeah, I'll go to Fulham. Sure. So we lost him to Fulham, which was not great. I lost a defensive midfielder. Bought a left back that had good defensive midfielder stats and played him there for the rest of the season, which, to be fair, he did do pretty well. His name is Mario. You'll never see him again, but he was pretty damn good in the Eredivisie. Regardless, Ajax took the lead in the table and would go on and win the Eredivisie with 94 points, no losses. They'd only draw 1 more game from that point on. What am I supposed to do? This is pretty similar to Chrooman's original adventure in the Netherlands with Go Ahead Eagles. Now you're caught up with the Eredivisie and the save. But don't get me started on the Europa League because we made the semifinals and lost to Chelsea. We had to face 2 English sides in the knockout rounds and we lost to Chelsea. Brilliant. We beat Spurs though, but yeah. Yeah, you want to see the other side of the bracket. PAOK made the final. PAOK. I'm also making a change to my Patreon. By change, I mean I'm closing it down. I'll begin the process of closing it down around June 1st. Now, if you are subscribed to the Continue the Journey tier, you do have access to save files, specifically my old FM 22, 23, and 24 saves, including the FC Eindhoven one as of the last video. However, there are other things in this. You can get Leo and Giuliano from the number 9 series. You can also get the Chrooverse database. The Chroo managers from all my saves are placed into a database. Not only just that, as of the 2023-24 season, you have all their teams from that season into this database. That includes new gens as well. I mean, I spent a lot of time working on this, so I thought that was something worth giving to the patrons. However, I do not expect you to subscribe to this, but I am making a post on my Patreon, which will include a link to all the save files and databases in one folder. Not for free though, because that wouldn't be fair to those that have subscribed to the $5 tier in the past. However, it will be available for that tier. However, since I'm closing the Patreon down in less than a month, this post will be available as a one-time fee of $5. Obviously, you don't have to buy this. It's a terrible economic situation all around the world. That's all good. But I feel like I just need to close the Patreon down. I just haven't been able to make the most out of it outside of the credits and save files and ideas I had to do more for the Patreon. I just couldn't really commit to. So to all those that are currently subscribed, I thank you for the support. And I will read all of your names out right here. Joshua, Landon, Steph Valk, Leonard Steve, Natoso Waters, LSB, Awesome Lawsome, Ritzko Admirer, who's also a YouTube member, Thibaut Saline, Daryl Dow, Dex, Indigo Light, and Brazilian Fury. Thank you to all of you that have subscribed to my Patreon. I do really appreciate it. Thank you guys for watching the video and me rambling. I've just had a lot of thoughts in my head about my channel and where I want to go and where I want to take it. I've talked to people, I've talked to myself a lot about it. I just need to do something different, slowly but surely. I appreciate you guys watching. I hope you will continue to give me a chance, but if not, then I understand. And I thank you for giving me the opportunity to do this as a living. Thank you.